All right, this is the time to do the first service. So I got the bike on the stand. So did buy the bobbers for like a few bucks online, the Triumph ones. And then I found a stand on Craigslist, like 20 bucks. And then I have already added the coolant. Here, I pretty much took this one piece off. It just pulls off, and then had a syringe with a tube, and I bought some Triumph coolant, and try to use the original coolant. I think this bottle was only 14, 15 bucks. And for the oil, I have bought the mobile one. This meets the standard. I think it's the API SN and the JSO MA and MA2. Just be careful, like some of the ones, like Castrol ones were API SL instead of SN. I think SN is a little bit higher standard. So just check. This oil is nothing fancy. I think I just bought it from Napa. It was less than $10 a quart on sale, and you can also get it on Amazon. So one of the things that the manual says is you have to pull the fairing out. I think the other side fairing, but I don't think I need to do that. I think the key to that is just using the 64 millimeter. I think it's the same thing as some of the Toyota 64 point something. So anywhere between 64, 65. I already tried this, and I can get to this from the bottom of the bike without touching the fairing, and then use an extension to come out, and I can use my ratchet. So I don't think I need to do that. I can also get to the drain bolt very easily through there. So I'm just gonna do it without trying to remove the fairing. I think it's just too many things for a little oil change. I couldn't do this. I could not put this, put the extension and try to shove it through the exhaust side, but I think I can put the adapter first and then try to do the extension. So I'm gonna try to put this tripod so you guys can see me do this live, because one of the things that I'm worried about is breaking any of the fairing clips, and then these pieces are pretty big, so they're gonna be expensive. And I've done like tons of oil changes for the last 20 years on different cars, but bikes this whole clip thing, fairing thing, make me nervous, especially my brand new bike. I don't want to break anything or pay hundreds of dollars for an oil change. These things these were like $6, $7 a quart on sale, and this oil it meets the specs, so in the manuals. So, and Mobil One is like one of the best oil companies as far as I know, based on like all the car changes. So let's get to work. All right, so I'm actually focusing on the oil filter. I don't know if you can see the little black thing right behind this exhaust pipe. So the filter is right there. So I could touch that filter. Again, this bike is like absolutely cold. I wanted the oil to all drain down, and some people say, hey, heat up the bike so the oil would flow better. No, I just want all the oil to come out. Everything is in the pan. The bike's been sitting for like last 2 days, so everything is in the pan. It might flow a little bit slower, but it's actually everything is in there. So I don't see it hot oil and versus like cold oil. Once the drain bolt is open, everything's coming out. And then it's much safer. I don't want to burn myself. So let me put some gloves on, and then you can see me guys do this live. Okay, so I'm on the other side. I just put in the pan. I'm gonna try to put a glove on, even though I already got my hands dirty. This is like one of those things for a rookie mechanic. So we're gonna try to put the filter cover, the little tool on there, and then see if I can put the extension cord. So I'm just gonna go from under the, actually I can't put that in right now. but let's try to go from under here, and then, so if you can see, my tool is on there now. Now I can use this, and then I'm going to do try to put one of the extensions. Shipping. Okay, after struggling for a little while, because my wrench was slipping, I just had to add a glove in there. And then I got the filter out. So I'm just letting the filter hole drip a little bit. And then I'm gonna put the filter in the old filter thing so we can dispose it. So the good thing about doing this, all right, to just clean up after we got the oil out. The filter I still have here. I should put that in there. I'm just gonna use some Dawn soap, like it's I think 50% soap, 50% water, and I'm just gonna, like wherever there was a little drop, I just take the little brush and I just do that, and I'm gonna wipe it off. So I mean, you can use a can of what you call brake cleaner, but brake cleaner can be harsh. And plus, it's like $5 a can now, inflation, man. So this is already half, so I'm just going to use this. I'm also going to use the same thing for all the fan area where I think the oil with the filter that it dripped a little bit, the little pan, that drain bolt at the bottom. So we're just going to get everything a little bit clean so the bike doesn't smell. And I'm just going to be wiping as I get everything like in there. All right, so it took me a few minutes to get the filter out. The filter was actually, the wrench was a little bit loose on it. It was slipping, so I just put a little glove to make it like more friction. So it's not like exactly 64 millimeters. It's a little bit bigger, so just a glove fix would work. I'll take that on out. This is just my all the rags, and again, I just went through, I put the jack, I went through there. If you see, this time I put a different filter. Let me see if you guys can see it. So this time I have a 17 millimeter nut there, so it'd be much easier. I don't even need that tool. It was like $5. Going forward, we're just going to use two things. We're going to use the 8 millimeter for the opening the drain bolt, and then I'm going to use the 17 millimeter to open it. And don't kill it, just a little bit, just get it snug, and then the extension to be able to do that. And no fairing removal. I don't know why in the manual and why Triumph doesn't just use the 17 millimeter instead of getting, I mean, these things have existed for a while, so this would be a smart decision. Now I just got to put the oil. I think it's about 3 quarts and 3.2, so I'm going to start with 3. The manual said like 2.8, but then they had some recall with add more oil, so I'm just going to do 3 and then check and go from there.